What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ. Today we're focusing on Calgary Flames 2015-2016 season preview. Calgary was, of course, a surprise team in the NHL last year, and I loved watching the team play. The way Monahan and Goodrow had that chemistry with Yuri Hilder, was like, this line is awesome. Then, the playoffs, Sam Bennett, who I've been a fan of since he was in Kingston, which, was just last year, really stepped up and played well for an 18-year-old. And I had no issue with Calgary burning the Arizona entry-level deal by having to play those playoff games. You get to the Stanley Cup playoffs, you're in it to win it, and that kid made your team better. I'd like for him to play a top 6 role next year with the Flames, and for Calgary to continue and build upon their success. Usually when a team surprises people, the weight of expectations the next year brings them down, and they don't live up to it. But it's going to be different with Calgary this year. Not only are you going to need a full season out of Bennett, but they went out and traded for a guy, if you've heard of him, Douglas Hamilton. You gave up no roster players to get him. You gave up future assets, but you can stockpile and draft picks for so long, and who really gives a shit? Dougie Hamilton makes that blue line better than it is. And, with Giordano healthy next year, that decor is going to be really, really good. I mean, Giordano, Dougie Hamilton, TJ Brody is your top 3 defensemen. That's good. I mean, you're going to win a lot of hockey games with those guys. The goaltending situation, between Hiller and Kari Ramo, I would love to see at some point next year John Gillies get a chance to play, but we'll see what happens with with that. But I think that's definitely a possibility that we could see the kid out of Providence College sooner rather than later. So that's something to keep an eye on. But again, I'm excited for this team. I really want to watch the Calgary Flames play in 2015, 2016. And, I think the Battle of Alberta is back. Edmonton obviously getting Connor McDavid, having all those talented young guys, and Calgary having their own share of really talented young guys that have proven themselves, made the playoffs, won a series against a veteran-laden Vancouver team. And I love this squad. They're well coached. Their front office knows what they're doing, and they're making shrewd moves. I mean, even barely talked about it. Adding Michael Frolik, getting a guy like that, guy like Dougie Hamilton, not giving up any roster players. That's how you build upon the success from year to year. I know I mentioned the goaltending situation. I think they'll be kicking the tires on a few other guys. Whether it's for in terms of goalies, I'm not even going to speculate, but if a team's willing to move a goalie, I think that they'll be in it. If Anaheim wants to move one of those guys, that's a possibility as well. But we'll see how it all shakes up. I think they're going to enter camp with their depth set as it is, and I think you can contend with the players that they have. I said this in the playoffs. I'm excited to watch Michael Furlan play a full season. He overcame a lot to get where he's at, and for him to be out there and really bringing a great level of physicality every single night. I mean, he's fun to watch. I love that just hard-nosed physical style he plays with, and you look at what he's doing in that series against Vancouver, just as an absolute wrecking ball out there. So, again, I can just sit here all day and talk about how excited I am. But you guys want to hear more analysis, and I don't know what else there is really to analyze. I think Calgary is going to be right up there with Anaheim and Los Angeles in the Pacific Division. I think I'd slot them 2.5, them in LA, kind of neck and neck behind Anaheim. And I think if the players continue to develop the way they have, there's no reason why this team can't go on a long playoff run. And those fans of Calgary are amazing. They're some of the best fans in the NHL, and I want to see this team do very well. They deserve a winner. And I want to see the Battle of Alberta be back, and both teams really playing for something down the stretch. That's hockey at its best. You watch those Flames Oilers games from the 80s and 90s, some of the greatest players of all time out there, getting it done, going right at each other. Whether it's Wayne Gretzky, Mike Messier, Paul Coffey, Lanny McDonald, Theo Fleury with that memorable goal. I mean, it's just such a great rivalry that's kind of become dormant in recent years, and hopefully, with the ascension of both squads, it's back next year. One thing I'm just going to add as an aside, I want to see Power Play with CJ fans / really, really nice kid Morgan Klimchuk get a look with the Flames this year. I think that would be really cool. Have one of the Power Play with CJ's own suit up for the squad, and I think he's going to have a big part of this team's future. And again, I can sit here all day and talk about how excited I am. What do we got? 50 more days for the puck to drop? actually less than that. So probably 45, something goes on. So I'm really happy for the season to start, and I'm really excited to watch this team up in Alberta play. Anyway, that's all I got to episode of the Power Play with CJ. Stay tuned for episodes throughout the off season and beyond. Later, guys.